Welcome students, welcome to the 23rd lecture of CNC milling machines and CNC programming. So this lecture we are going to see about CNC programming preparatory functions. So we are going to see about the G code and M codes which we are going to use it in the programming of CNC machines. Now to see what are the contents of the lecture we are going to see. So we are going to see about the CNC programming, the preparatory functions G codes and the miscellaneous functions M codes, and the program block configuration, how the program should or must to write in the CNC machines. Let us see the advantages of CNC machine. So CNC machines are easy to program and easy storage of existing programs. If any programs we want, any operations, we need to do it again, we have to utilize it for in future. We can store the previous programs, so we can easily retrieve it and do the same operations again. And we can easy to change a program. If any correction is there, any editing is we need to do means we can easily change a program also. And because of this, because it is a mission automatic missions, so there is no chance of human errors, but the human errors occur in doing the programs. Apart from that, no human errors will occur in the CNC machines. And NC machines, that is a numerical control machines, are safer to operate. Complex geometry is produced as cheaply as simple ones. Okay, by using the CNC machines, we can produce a complex geometry with a cheaply price when compared to the conventional machine. In CNC machines usually generate closer tolerances than manual machines. It will produce a closer tolerances and accuracy with high accuracy and precision, with good finish, good surface finish. We can get in the CNC machines. Now let's come to the CNC part programming. A computer program is used to specify. Okay, in CNC programming, these are the following functions. What this program is going to specify. The program is used to specify, first one, which tool should be loaded on the machine spindle. Okay, we have to mention the tool number or the tool location, actually which tool is going to perform the particular operation. That we have to be specific and we have to be clear, or otherwise there is no use at all. So the computer will select the different tool, so you will not get the desired output. Sometimes tool breakage will happen. And this program is used to specify what are the cutting conditions. So using this program, you have to give the conditions. What are the conditions? We have to give the speed control, how much is the speed, how much is the feed rate, whether the coolant need to on or the coolant need to off, so like etc. There are so many conditions like this. So these conditions you can give it in the using the program. And the same using this CNC programming, computer programming, which is used to specify the start point and end point of a motion segment. Using this program, we can specify this point, or we can specify the location where the machine has to start, and we can specify the point where the machine or where the tool has to end. And using this computer programming, it can be used to specify how to move the tool with respect to the machine. Okay, how to move the tool with respect to the machining. We can specify the axis location, and we can specify the we can specify the either be with the interpolation method or with the incremental method, what type of methods, the movement, that we can specify in the program itself. Now come to the two types of codes we are using in the CNC programming to perform a specific operation or to perform a machining operations. These two types of codes are utilized in this CNC programming. So G codes are otherwise called as a preparatory codes. It deals with the geometry of the hardware. For example, straight cutting, developments, penetrating tasks, and determine the units of estimation. For all these needs, we have to use the G codes or the proprietary codes. And the second one is the M codes, are the miscellaneous codes. This M codes deals with the configuration of the machine tools such as on or off commands and bringing back the machine to the origin or the cutting point. So this M codes, the difference between the G codes and the M codes, G codes will perform the machining operations and M codes will perform the tool conditions and the tool movement and the tool operations and the other miscellaneous operations. Now comes to the letter addresses. Some letter addresses are used in milling or only in turning or used in both. Some letters are used for identification the operation in the program and some letters are used only in milling and some letters are only in turning and some letters are used in both. Let us see one by one. These are called as variables. We called G as the proprietary function and G followed by numerical code specify the machining modes and functions. If you are using a G as a letter or G as a variable means the computer will understand all the machining operations and the machining modes and the machining functions. And if you're using M as a variable or M as a letter means the computer will understand and take it as a miscellaneous functions. So it will do all the miscellaneous functions or miscellaneous operations regarding to the tools. It will do all those functions. And X, Y, Z and ABC, it will understand the axis movement. For example, X, Y, Z is used for the linear axis movement, and ABC, it represents the rotary axis movement corresponding to the X, Y, Z axis. And T, this capital T represents the tool call or the tool number. If you mention the T, it will if you mention T in the program, it will accept or it will consider it as a it will accept and it will consider as a tool change or tool call. And if you're using S as the variable in the program, the computer will understand it as a spindle speed, and S followed by the numerical number will represent the desired spindle speed in desired RPM. And if you mention H as a variable means the computer will understand it as a tool height offset to be used and generally matches the tool number. And if you mention D as the variable means the computer will understand is a tool diameter offset to be used. And if you mention F, capital F, which followed by numerical value means the computer will understand the feed rate, which what is the feed rate of the machine to be carried out. And if you mention P, capital P, it's followed by a numerical value, it represents the dwell time, how much time we need to take for the dwelling time, for a temporary dwelling time, it will understand. And N represents sequence number. Sequence number means the line number or the program line number. So it is used to identify the which line, if you want to identify any errors or if you want to quote some points to the operators, we can, this N line numbers is used to identify easily. Now come to the G codes or preparatory functions. G codes are also called preparatory codes or any word in a CNC program that begins with the letter G. So generally it is a code telling the machine tool what type of action to perform. So using G code means this G code represents the machine to tell what is the type of action you need to perform. So for example, rapid movement, transport the tool as quickly as possible in between cuts, and for a controlled feed in a straight line or arc, a series of controlled feed movements that would result in a hole being bored, a workpiece cut to a specified dimension, or a profile contour shape added to the edge of the workpiece. Okay, you can set tool information such as offset, switch coordinate systems. So these are the these are the operations, or these are the performance, or these are the actions to be performed with the help of this G code. The computer will once if you mention the G as a variable, the computer will do the understand it is a action to be performed. There are so many type of G codes starting from G00 to G100 and G more than 100, but very few codes are frequently using, and that type of codes only we are going to see in this lecture. For example, G00 rapid positioning and G01 linear interpolation, G02 circular interpolation in clockwise, G03 circular interpolation in counterclockwise, G20 programming in inches, G21 programming in millimeters, G90 absolute programming, G91 incremental programming, G94 feed rate per minute, G95 feed rate per revolution, G28 return to home position, G40 tool radius compensation of. So let us see one by one the coding. Now let's come to the G00 rapid positioning. So G00 code executes a non-cutting movement. So when you execute this G00, there is no machining operation will happen, but at a rapid feed rate to a specific coordinate position in the working area. So when you execute G00, the tool will move at a rapid speed or rapid feed rate to a specific coordinate position, or when a certain distance from a previously stated position. So under incremental coordinate movement is programmed. Okay, so whenever we need any rapid movement or rapid motion, the tool has to be come to that specific position, means we can use this G00 push code. So you can use like this you can use this G00 code in the following format, like G00, and you can mention the X, Y, Z position. For example, on instruction to perform a G00 command, the three slides move completely independent of each other at a maximum feed rate along a non-vector type path. So if you mention, that means the tool are at a very rapid speed rate, it will come to the desired location. So the second one is the G01 linear interpolation. So when you mention this G01 code, this code executes a cutting movement following a straight line at a set feed rate. So linear interpolation means it will move in a straight line motion. Okay, G01 command is written in the following format. For example, G01 X, you can mention X position, Y position, and Z position. So when you mention this XY position with Z01, it will execute in the linear interpolation. It will move in a straight line path. Okay. For example, if you want my tool to be in this position, means, for example, you can give G01 X 100 Y 50 and feed rate is a 150. So for straight line motion X and Y position, you can give like this. Now G02 and G03 circular interpolation clockwise and circular interpolation counterclockwise. So if you implement G02 code, which executes a cutting movement following a clockwise circular path at a set feed rate. Okay, previous one G01, the tool moves in a linear interpolation, that's the straight line motion. But if you use G02 or G03, it will use the circular interpolation in a circular movement or in any radial movement, If you want to have any radial cut, any arc, we can use G02 and G03, and 2 is for the clockwise movement and 3 is for the counterclockwise movement. Okay. You can see if you're having any corner edge or inside any curve, means if you want to take a cut in a clockwise movement, you can use G02, and if you want to take a counterclockwise movement, you can use G03. You can see here, and added to this G02 and G03, we are using two more codes, two more variables called I and J. So to program an arc, when only the arc center is given. So for to use the arc center, we have to use the letters I and J. For example, if you want to take one small cut, a small curve in the edges, we need to have a center, or we need to have a which distance or which position the arc has to start. For that to mention, or for that to specify, we are using the letter I and J. So I relates to the address X and is the incremental value and direction plus or minus from the start point of the arc in the X axis to the arc center. So I, which relates to the X axis, and the same time J, which relates to the Y axis, Y directional incremental. I relates to the X directional incremental, Y relates to the J directional incremental. So we can show the image, you can understand. So for example, this is the center point. So we can, if you mention what is the distance between from center point this to here, means that is the I, and we can mention the start J position which refers the Y address, J position which addresses the Y axis. Okay, for example, length and X. So this is the starting point. From this point, it will start have a curve cut. Okay, so till this point, the tool will come. After this point, if you need any curve, means you have to give the starting point J and this point I. Then only the tool will come to this position, or the tool will start from this position to take a curve. For this to take a curve, we need the I value and the J value in the circular interpolation, whether in G02 or G03. Okay, let's see one format circular interpolation in Cartesian coordinate or in the circular path. So this is the formula. For example, G90, G02, X, Y, R, and F. Here, this represents the Cartesian normal Cartesian coordinate. You can simply give the radius value here. Directly, we can give the radius value here, or we can go with the I and J value. So this is another method. You can give X, Y value. Instead of radius, we can give the I and J value, the starting point value. See, this is the absolute mode and this is the incremental mode that we'll study later. Okay, so we can we can mention the code. We can write the code in two different formats. Either we can give we can mention direct radius, or we can mention either I or J. And the same 4 ways to program an anti-clockwise path. Anti-clockwise movement means you have to mention G03. In anti-clockwise also you can mention the same radius, or you can use the I and J reference value. Here where G02 defines the clockwise direction circular interpolation, and G03 represents the counterclockwise direction circular interpolation, and G90 represents the defines the arc end point in the work coordinate system, and G91 X and Y defines the distance of the arc endpoint from the starting arc point, and I and J defines the signed distance of the arc start point from the center point of the arc. R defines the length of the arc radius, and F defines the feed rate along the arc. For example, we can see G02 and G03 toolpath can be programmed as follows. Let us we are using the both the modes, normal absolute mode and using the radius. For example, first point G01 x100 y40 and f feed rate is 125. In absolute mode and radius mode, this line is same. Okay, we are going to take a arc here. So till that till here we have to move the tool. Okay, for this x100 means this is the x100, x value 100 and y value 40. So if you mention means the tool will directly come here, x40 and x100 and y40. It means that tool directly comes means the tool will machining from starting here and till here. It will do machining at the same time it will come here. Next, I need to take a curve. Okay, curve in this direction. And one more thing, this is the anti-clockwise direction. So I'm using G03. And what is this point, end point? This end point is x. In x direction, it is x80. And in y direction, what is the distance between this? 20. So x80, y20. And I have to give the I value. What is I value? I value means what is the starting point and this ending point. Difference between the starting point and ending point, and this is towards the left hand side direction. If it is a right hand side direction means it is positive x, and it is left hand side direction means it is negative x. So negative x means it is minus 20. So the I value is minus 20. I have to mention here. So the starting point is here, my stopping point is here. Or if you are using radius mode means you can simply give G03 x80 y60 r20. That's enough. The radius is 20. If you know the radius means you can directly give the radius. Both are same only. Now I want to move the tool. I want to machine the tool, machine the workpiece from this point to this point. For I'm going to write what is this point. Now the tool is in this position. I want to move this to. I want to do machining to this position. This position is x 40 plus 20 is 60 and y is 60. Okay, I simply give G01 x60, G01 x60. Why? Already the tool position, the y position is same, so no need to mention once again for y60. So it will, the consider will defaultly take the y position 60. Okay, now the tool will move from here. Now I have to move from here to here. So this is a clockwise direction from here, clockwise direction. Okay, so I'm using G02, and what is my point here? X position point is 40, y position point is 40. Okay, but what about I? And here also I towards left hand side. So I, what is the distance between these two distance? 20. So minus 20. Or otherwise I can give G02 x40 y40. Simply I can mention R40 R20. You can say. So next comes the G20 and G21. G20 and G21 mentions the programming in inches and programming in millimeters. Okay. So the standard format of a CNC part programming is to write the G20 or G21 code in the first block of the program. So we have to mention this G20 and G21 in the first block itself, so that the computer automatically detects in which mode it has to take, whether it is in the inches or in the millimeters. If you mention in the first block itself, so that the computer will consider the remaining program in the inches mode or in the millimeter mode. You can write like this. So G20 G20 0.001. Okay, for example G21 means it is a metric mode, that will consider as a millimeter. Okay, so you can write it like this. So this G20 and G21, these both the two codes are used in positioning commands and incremental movement in distances and feed rates commands. Okay, For example, feed rate we can give in as a millimeter per minute or inches per minute for feed rate. How much is the feed rate? For position x, y, z, linear movement, linear position, and incremental movement. That everything we can give mention it is in inches and millimeter. And if you want to give the offset values, that also we can give it. That also we can mention. Okay, G28. It mentioned we are mentioning G28 as a reference point written. When you mention this G28, it will execute the tool to bring back to the reference point. Okay, on machines fitted with Denfold milling software, this point is also used as a home position. And in most of the CNC milling machines, this reference point is mentioned as a home position. When you are giving this code, it will consider and it will brings the tool back to the home position. And G28 code instructs the tool to automatically move to this reference point. And this G28 command is written in the following format. Simply we can give G90, that is absolute programming, and G28 X, Y, Z. What is a position? What is a point? What is the location of the X and Y, X, Y, Z axis? Okay, this is the format. Or you can give it as in the incremental mode, G91, G28 X, Y, Z. Why we are giving this X, Y, Z value? Simply it will come, if you mention G28, simply it will come to the home position. But why we are giving X, Y, Z means, for example, I'll tell you on program. See, my reference point is here. My tool is here. If you simply mention G28 means the tool will come straight to this position, come straight to this position, and it will come here. Okay, so the tool will get break. Okay, so instead of neglecting this break, we can give the reference, we can give the guidance, or we can guide the tool to take a safety path to move to the reference point. Okay, I'll show you. Instead of coming directly here, we can mention tool to come here and move here and come, or tool to take here till here and move here. Okay, so we can give an intermediate location or intermediate path to move and come to the reference point. Okay, for this, if you're giving G28, it means it will automatically come to the reference point. And if you're giving G28 along with the X and Y, X, Y, Z reference point, means it will come to the home position or come to the reference point safely without breaking the tool. Now comes to the G90 and G91. So G90 is active. All the coordinates are related to the workpiece datum. Okay, workpiece datum means just like a graph. It will consider it as a, for example, from X and Y axis means it will all the reference point, it will take it with a reference from the 0 position. Note. So G91 code is active when the machine power is first switched on and the rest button on the CRT or MDI control panel is pressed and the emergency stop button is pressed. Okay, so when these things are active, then only the G code will be active, come to active. And G91 is active. All the movement commanding values are distance mode from the last known program to position. So we called it as a incremental programming. So incremental programming means if it will take the previous position as the previous position as the 0 position or previous position as the datum point. From that point only it will move to the next reference position, next referred position. So incremental position means, for example, if you want to move from one point to the other point, if you mention absolute position means, if you mention X90 means it will take reference 0 as a reference and it will move towards X direction 90 mm or 90 inches. And if you mention G91 means it will take the previous position where the tool stops. From that position it will take a 9 that will move 90 mm distance. Then G94 feed rate per minute. G94 is used to mention the feed rate in minute. Okay, so and if you mention G21 before G94 means the speed rate will be considered as inches per millimeter per minute. And if you are mentioning G20 means G20 before 94 means it will consider inches per minute. For example, G94 means if you have mentioned G94 and G20 then and mention F6 means it will consider as 6 inch per minute. Okay, for example, or otherwise if you are mentioning G94 and if you are mentioning G21 means it will consider millimeter per minutes. Okay, so the G94 is mentioned as a feed rate per minute, and if you are adding 20 and if you are mentioning 20 means inches per minute, and if you are mentioning 21 means it will consider mm per minute. And G95 is used for feed rate per revolution. If you're mentioning G95 along with 21 means the same inches per minute, and if you're mentioning 20 means millimeter per minute. Okay, millimeter per revolution. G20 G20 F6 means that is a 6 inches per revolution, and G21 F150 means 150 mm per revolution. Now let's see about the G40, G41, G42. G40 represents cutter radius compensation off, and G41 represents cutter radius compensation left, and G42 represents cutter radius compensation right. See, the collection of G40, G41, G42 codes allow the machine controller to produce very accurate arcs and tapers on the billet by compensating for the tool radius. So with the help of these three codes, it will if you are moving for the arcs and curves and tapers, the machine will do the very accurate and very accurate results it will produce by if you are using these three codes. For example, G41. For G40 means totally the cutter radius compensation will be off. If you mention G40 means the cutter radius compensation will be taking left. Okay, so the tool is positioned for example, if you are seeing from here, this is our position eye level. From eye level, if you can see here, the tool will move towards the left. Okay, the direction of the tool is towards the left. And here, for example, this right hand motion. Okay, if you see it's from the tool from the beginning behind, you can see the tool will move the right hand side of the workpiece. Here the tool will move towards the left hand side of the workpiece. So okay, here the tool will take the direction right hand side of the workpiece. Now let's come to the M code, that is a miscellaneous function. So the miscellaneous functions are used to specify certain miscellaneous functions like spindle start and stop, coolant on and off, etc. The miscellaneous function is represented in 2 digits preceded by the letter M. So only one M code can be programmed in a block. Okay, this miscellaneous code is represented in 2 digits preceded by the letter M, and it is used for the miscellaneous functions of functions to do the tool and certain things. You can see some certain miscellaneous functions are there. M00 compulsory stop, M01 optional stop, M02 end of program, M03 spindle on clockwise rotation, and M04 spindle on counterclockwise rotation, M05 spindle stop, M06 automatic tool change, M07 coolant on, M08 coolant on flood, M09 coolant off, M13 spindle on clockwise rotation and coolant on flood, M30 end of program with return to program top, and M35 M98 subprogram call, M99 subprogram end. Now let's come to the block configuration. How to write the CNC programming. So this is the block configuration. For example, N represents the block sequence number, the block number, and the G represents the preparatory function, what function has to do, and this XYZ represents the interpolation function, which position you have to know, and F represents the feed rate function. It means what is the feed rate you have been given, and this M represents the miscellaneous function, and this X function represents the spindle feed, and this T represents the tool function, and EOB means end of the block. So this is the sequence in which address code appears in each block should remain consistent throughout the program, and it is recommended that the order of these address codes follows the example shown below. Now let's come to the summary of this lecture. So in this lecture we saw about the CNC programming, the preparatory function G codes, the miscellaneous functions M codes, and the program block configuration. And this is the reference for this lecture. Thank you, students. Thank you for this lecture. We'll see you in the next class.